This Monday Night Football props and NFL Week 6 recap edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdogs hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Nate Collins. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Oh man, I don't want to steal a line from the chat, but I think it was Making Bacon that said the NFL script writers are on point this year. My goodness.
Well, we kept saying, hey, these big favorites keep covering. There's no problem. Where are these outright dogs? The dogs were barking fast and furious. There was the Cardinals, we lost our survivor on the Cardinals and some of the crazy.
Can we start there?
Well, do you want to say, I feel like we almost have to start with Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, let's start with Mark Sanchez.
We'll get the non-football out of the way.
We should actually, try to maintain the structure of the recap and see if we can, because each game has its own insanity. And I want to play. Really is. I want to play a game when we get to the Cardinals with you as well.
Okay. We have to talk about Mark Sanchez. If you haven't seen the story, it was an insane story. It sounded like approximately 12:30 at night. Mark Sanchez was drinking at a hotel, and this delivery driver parked in an area that Mark Sanchez didn't want him to park in.
So I've read a whole bunch of stuff. I'm taking like some of it is screenshots of like the affidavit. Regardless, it sounds like he may have been drunk sprinting in the alleyway.
Yeah, he was doing wind sprints
when he came across a guy who had his truck parked by a loading area to pick up like the restaurant grease or whatever, like a nightly pickup, and then like that's where our story starts.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, that upset Mark Sanchez, which that to me right there is kind of the craziest part of the story. Like it's not your house. It's not your business. Why do you give a fuck where this guy parks? That was apparently the inciting incident. He started yelling at the guy. At one point he got in the guy's truck. He started attacking the guy. The guy got pretty fucked up. He, in defense, pepper sprayed Mark Sanchez, and Mark Sanchez kept coming at him. So he knifed Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez went to the hospital. That was like the original story was that he was robbed. And now
Schefter's taken a lot of flack from like politicians in Indianapolis, and
they're like, he didn't get robbed. He attacked an innocent truck driver who was 69 years old. Nice. And that guy was in the hospital as well. Mark Sanchez got arrested at the hospital. Insane story. It just, I don't even know what to make of it. Like Mark Sanchez could be doing some jail time aside from, I'm sure, losing all his jobs.
So all of according to what the internet lawyers, everything was, all of the charges are misdemeanors.
Okay.
So, I think in the sliding scale of what people have done and, proceeded to carry on with their professional engagement, we're further removed from the ultimate cancel culture D-Day of COVID, and maybe he can survive. It's Fox, it's not CBS. Which quick pause. Nate Burleson was wearing a suit skirt thing. He needs to go.
Yes.
It's just not football anymore. Anyway, back to Mark Sanchez. I have this like. There's a bunch of amazing stuff in here. Like the guy, all of the quotes from the cops are like this is crazy. Mark Sanchez, piece of shit.
Yeah.
The driver quote. So after he pepper sprayed him. So first of all, if you've ever been pepper sprayed, I don't care who you are.
Where was this dog mentality, Mark Sanchez, when you were in the league?
I don't care who you are. pepper spray is going to put you down for a second. Now it's also probably going to piss you off. So when a guy that you just pepper sprayed starts charging at you, what would you do in that scenario? The guy said he was, quote, fearing for his life. And so, I mean, it seems like no one had a problem with the fact that he stabbed Mark Sanchez 3 or 4 times.
Well, I mean, all you have to know is Mark Sanchez got stabbed 3 or 4 times and they arrested Mark Sanchez.
There's a video apparently of him body slamming the guy.
Well, did he mention the butt fumble?
What
do you think he did?
Where's the grip? I mean, the butt fumble. He couldn't have body slammed that. Yeah, I want to know 2 things. One, we've all listen. I worked in technology for a while. I traveled for work, and
where is this going?
Well, because I'm backing up. I'm gonna give Mark Sanchez a quick like. I understand the idea of getting absolutely shithouse drunk because you're at a hotel. You're in a city and you're on someone else's dime.
You're on. Yeah. It's
where what I want to know is
work trip. You're drunk. You're doing wind sprints in an alley.
But he wasn't alone. That's what I want to know. Who went back? Like what started this thing? I mean, we've watched football before.
Yeah.
Been drinking, decided we're going to go out in the street and throw the football around, sprint around a little bit. It wakes you up a little. I want to know like what happened in the bar that led Mark Sanchez out to do those sprints. Also,
probably someone saying he challenged his 40 time.
A week ago, I would have told you like he's one of the better commentators.
I liked his play-by-play, and he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed like a guy who had like a good sense of humor. There was that video like playing of his kid asking Siri who was Mark Sanchez, and having fun. He seemed like he had a sense of humor about himself.
And then it's probably bad because everyone on the Fox broadcast team, whether they were the play-by-play. They all said the same thing about, as everyone has heard, we're praying or wishing for the best for Mark Sanchez, his family, and all others involved. Now,
I mean, this guy is gonna have a crazy lawsuit on his hand,
right?
Yeah, insane.
Because he's traveling for work too. That was a Fox employee.
Yeah, there's deep pockets. All right, Kramer, let's get. I mean, that was arguably one of the crazier things. I think some of the games actually were crazier. Do we start with the Cardinals? Where do you want to go?
The Mark Sanchez story is crazy.
Yeah,
but we've had ex athletes do wild and crazy shit.
Stab grease truck guys.
Will he blame CTE?
Oh, 100%. People are already, I'm sure, blaming CTE.
Alcohol doesn't go well with CTE. These guys got to learn.
All right, let's start with the Cardinals game. We got to talk about this one first.
You got to get it off your chest.
There's so many. I have a bunch of notes. The Titans win 22-21. They get the outright win. Cardinals blow it, kill everyone's survivor. Or I'm sure a lot of people had we both locked up the Cardinals. It was 21-6. DeMercado is running into the end zone for a go-ahead touch to make it essentially 28-6, and he does the leaving the ball on the goal line
in a weekend where there's maybe it's not a national story, but it's if you follow football closely, that AD Mitchell just got kind of soft benched for not even doing it intentionally, kind of like switching hands at a bad time and making a horrible mistake. But DeMercado. And I was going to ask you before you started breaking all down, like, what is the craziest thing that happened in this game to you?
Well, I would going back. There's another thing that happened where Kyler Murray got a snap that hit him right in the head. He didn't really make much of an effort to recover it. The Titans recovered that fumble.
Yeah. He made a Cam Newton business.
He then checked himself into the medical tent. The tater tot himself took a ball to the head while wearing a helmet and checked himself for a concussion. They said you don't have a concussion and put him back out in the game. That is almost crazier. We've seen people drop the ball on the 1 yard line going in. We have not. I've never seen a guy put himself in the medical tent for getting hit in the head with a football. I mean, I don't know who I'm out on more. Kyler Murray, just complete lack of dog mentality, any sort of will to win, or Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon, my God, that was just a complete, just utter collapse as a coach. And we haven't even gotten to the crazy play of even when the 21-6, the fumble happens, I still felt like, all right, actually was still feeling pretty good about the cover. And then Titans drive down. You're like, oh, okay, maybe they backdoor this. And then the Cam Ward rolls out, throws the ball's tipped, goes right to the Cardinals defender as he's going down to the ground.
Which is like perfect.
I go, okay, 21-6. They got the interception. We can ice this 7-point game.
Like there's butter on the ball.
Then he falls on the ground. As he's falling down, somehow the ball flies up, and Tyler Lockett recovers it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Which I still don't quite understand how, like, if that's an offensive player, is that not surviving the catch to the ground?
Yeah,
I like there's an element of that there. There's the element of, kind of seems like there's something wrong. No, in this case, it's like an old school fumble rooski, but very, it's one of those plays that makes you wonder, how do the rules allow for this to happen? Like
I was like a sure, and then it's like, wait, they can't advance a fumble in the fourth quarter or whatever.
But possession changed.
And I know some people got boned on this. I saw this on X. So if you were playing something like Underdog on the touchdown market, it's usually higher rushing receiving touchdown. However, according to official box scores, that was graded as a defensive touchdown for Tyler Lockett. So now if you were playing, depending on where you're playing, some places just say, hey, you score a touchdown, you get it. Other places,
I would be curious to see if there's people that make us think about this, because I would imagine that their systems are somewhat rudimentary. And so the idea that a fumble happens and then you recover a fumble, it's now a deep, because here's where I would take issue with this ruling. If an offensive fumble occurs and you recover it, it is not a defensive touchdown. Now, also, this is the same play, so you can sell me on a post fumble.
I think it's because once the this is insane, but I think it's the possession changed, right?
Yeah.
So then, in the same way, like if Tyler Lockett tackled him, that would be a defensive stat. So as soon as the Cardinals have possession of the ball, then Tyler Lockett becomes a defensive player. And so then him recovering the fumble is thus a
I understand
play.
it. I'm just saying that is the loophole.
Yeah.
The loophole is when it happens on the same play.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The loophole is when because he's playing offense. He entered the field on offense, and the offense never left the field. Like if you took this to court, like if you're a sports book, you like the right thing to do is to honor this, because he was playing receiver. He ran on that play. He ran a wide receiver route. You can't get any more clear than that.
Yeah. So hopefully people didn't get boned by that, but that is crazy. The fumble, the Cardinals blowing a game.
Let me just clean one thing up. It was cleaned up in post game that Kyler, it wasn't a concussion thing. It was a foot injury.
Oh, okay.
I agree. For a while there was actually. Now I didn't know if it was just people commentating, but I swear I read what I thought was some sort of Arizona reporter stating that he checked himself in to it turned out to be a foot injury or a foot issue. But yes, the concussion story is way funnier because he also looks like a Three Stooges thing where he gets hit and then looks startled.
And to me, the worst part was, now all of this is horrible, but then they're still up 21-19.
Yeah,
they have the ball with whatever on the north side of the 2-minute warning, and they just run 3 horrible run plays. They don't even let him try and throw for the first down. You get a first down there, the game's over. It is the softest, bitchiest play calling I've ever seen.
So you've named 3 things: quarterback concussing himself.
Yes.
The interception, fumble, Ruski, touchdown, cover.
Yes.
And the DeMarcado awesome run. And
they all happened in one game.
Here's the craziest thing. We haven't even mentioned the fact that we hit a 10-1 anytime in this game.
Well, that was
what?
And
that leads off every other situation ever.
And that Kramer gave out Bam Nights over on our VSiN show Friday night.
Saginaw special. We were sitting there and I go, Sean.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're right. As soon as Kramer brought it up, I'm like, that's a great price. We head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN, 10-1. Which
at the same time, DraftKings was like sub 5-1.
Yeah. So we got a nice price there. That bailed me out of some losers for the rest of the card.
All the losers. I had a lot of money on that. That was very nice.
I'm throwing Kyler in the locker. First off, I know he can definitely fit that tiny little guy.
I'm done. Someone posted on X. He said, you talked me into the Cardinals in 2024, and I learned my lesson. You learned your lesson today. He's right. I learned my fucking lesson.
We got a caller on the line. Of course, if you want to shove someone in the locker, call into our Discord line. And I think I saw him in the chat. I don't know. I'm guessing this is Trevor, the Cardinals fan. Trevor, you there?
It is Trevor, the Cardinals fan. Is this the suicide hotline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, Trevor. Wow. What is it like to have everyone who's ever gambled on football hate your team? Does it make you feel better, or do you feel worse?
Maybe a little bit better because they understand what it's like being a Cardinals fan.
Oh my God.
Man, every fucking game this season has been a sweat in the worst way. And I mean, this just takes the cake out of all of them, I would say.
So I saw there was people debate, recency bias always exists. And by the way, the suicide hotline response is, well, at least you're not Mark Sanchez. So
who had a worse weekend, Kyler Murray or Mark Sanchez?
Mark Sanchez.
I feel like I don't know.
Mark Sanchez is making a lot of people feel better about their situation.
Yeah. You could have had a worse Sunday. You could be Mark Sanchez.
That is true, man. Yeah. Was on the Eagles as well.
Oh, we'll get to them.
I know, get to that, but oh man, just really feeling it as a Cardinals fan. I'm taking applications for other teams if they want.
This is
me.
fun.
So,
you're checking out the portal. You're transfer portal eligible. What is this? Is this the worst? Because the internet was debating this. Is this the worst? Well, you can almost argue it's the worst ATS beat, or one of the worst ATS beats. But was it the worst Survivor beat ever? Because if he doesn't throw that ball out of the end zone, it's 28-6.
Yeah, I mean, I people were talking about Thursday being an all-time bad Survivor beat. Are you kidding me? This is
not anymore.
This game is historic, and it was one of those things. We lost the Survivor entry, Ryan, but I to be honest, it was hard for me to get that mad because it was just the insane amount of shit that had to happen. Like they could have survived just the interception turned into a fumble.
Yep.
They could have survived just the guy dropping the ball in the goal line.
Yep.
They could have survived Jonathan Gannon running 3 run plays right in the line of scrimmage. They just couldn't survive all 3 in the same game in the second half. It was.
Oh, it also took Cam Ward making
Cam Ward out of the great. The worst part was my boy Chigozimo Conco.
Oh, he looked great.
He was looking good. Like, you motherfucker, you're showing up now. Now you're showing up.
Titans catching a touchdown next week at Las Vegas.
Oh wow. Well, Vegas was supposed to be our Survivor, so they're gonna destroy him. Trevor, as a Cardinals fan, what do you do from here? Do you want Jonathan Gannon fired? Should they get rid of Kyler? What do you want?
I want Petzing gone.
Okay.
I want Petzing gone, our offensive coordinator. I mean, you guys said it. The 3 run plays, or we're like 3 and 8. To basically seal the game, and instead we have to punt it, and we're running the ball. Like, come on.
It was just
awful play calling. Very out on Kyler. And then I don't know how you fucking fumble. And that turns to a touchdown on our defense's part too.
And I swear, DeMercado, I wanted to see. They had like one over the shot look, and I get it. He was like doing like a finger roll at the football, but in my mind, if you're the one dropping it, you still have possession until it leaves your hand. Because it's different if someone's knocking the ball out of your hand. Okay, fine. As soon as they hit it, then essentially it's loose. But if I have the ball and I'm the one fumbling it, to me, it is not a loose ball until it leaves my hand.
I'd like to see the angle that they didn't show us that gave them the definite proof.
That was the other thing. And
it was a Bigfoot video. It's like, what? We don't have high def. It's 2025.
We didn't see the pylon shot, which is always the most definitive one. They did show
the X-Files music.
The thing above the wire. It was, I mean,
well, which by the way, brings up another point. The London game, you see that the Vikings field goal kicker ended up kicking a ball into a wire that didn't get picked up in real time. Imagine if that game goes the wrong way.
Well, and also the Jets.
This is why we don't play games.
It didn't matter because the Jets are just fucking idiots. But that batted Justin Fields pass that went up and hit the camera. Technically, they were entitled to a redo of that play. Now he probably would have thrown a pick. Justin Fields sucks, but that was also crazy. Like, and in general, just like we got to put the flags away. There are way too many ticky tack, both roughing the passer, illegal procedure. Like, guys, if it's close, let them play. No fans out there, whether the refs boned you or you were on the winning side of it. No one wants to see no one wants to see a ref show. I mean, it's good for us. We did sell a couple refs or terrorist hoodies, but for the most part, it's bad. People don't like that.
I got that out as soon as the non-PI call.
Who does it benefit, these ticky tack or egregious? I'm almost like, we'll get to the Eagles game, but like Dallas Goedert not calling that a PI. I'm almost fine with that. If you're going to let them play and allow that physicality throughout the game, that's fine. You want that consistent, but like some of the ticky tack stuff that they did call was just bonkers. Trevor, I realize you called in for the Cardinals. We're getting sidetracked. Thank you for calling in, man.
Hey,
let it ride.
Third straight loss on a field goal to seal it off.
God, classic Cardinals.
They're going to be a regression team next year. Damn it.
Well, we
make a note right now. Make a note right.
I listened to McKee saying he's out on the Cardinals. I listened for the Thursday night game. I didn't listen here. I thought the Titans would be a smash spot. Trevor, thanks for calling in, man. Let it ride.
Let it ride, boys.
July 1st, I'm setting the reminder.
Yes. Don't stay away. Stay away.
No cards.
All right, we're gonna shit on the refs more. We got a lot to get to, of course. Shout out to mybookie.ag, cashing that sweet Bam night that Kramer gave out 10-1, and of course, a good reason to tune into our Friday night VSiN show. Of course, if you're on the Patreon, we add the VSiN picks to the sheet there. And always, we're always talking about it. So, mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN, you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 when you use the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by NoVig. That's right. I mean, NoVig is, if you hate Vig, if you hate paying Vig, NoVig is your app. Like Eagles right now over on NoVig, -7, -103. And look at all those beautiful states you can access the NoVig app: California, Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania. Use our promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50 with the NoVig app when you use our promo code SGPN. That's the NoVig app, promo code SGPN. All right. Yeah, I kind of got to the refs. We'll get to them more as we go along. Kramer, the London game, the Minnesota Vikings get the win and the cover, 21-17.
Never in doubt.
A little bit in doubt. We were watching it while we were doing the pregame show. Carson Wentz with a nice drive down the field there. Dylan Gabriel looked fine-ish. I mean,
better than Flacco.
He did look better than Flacco.
So a little bit of like not really threatening the defense, but they were good enough at doing the other stuff, the random like rollout motion shit. The tight ends were involved.
He can move around in the pocket, and that helps him out because their offensive line is still struggling. Judkins to me is the big storyline for them. He looks awesome. So of course I'm sure he's going to get suspended because it is the Browns.
It feels like we're late enough. Is it really going to happen this season?
I don't know, but Judkins I thought looked really good. I also think. Yeah, I mean they're gonna be a tough out.
The defense is good.
Their defense is good.
Another under on Jordan, rushing under. Just take the running back going against the Browns. He went under by a mile. I think. What are they gonna do after the bye? The Vikings are they gonna? Oh, that's the other thing with the Browns is a couple of the aggregators came out with Shador Sanders will see the field for the Browns this season. It's like what? Like who's releasing that?
Oh, I don't know, but I think they should play Shador. See what you got with Shador.
It's just a hilarious story to come out on the day where Shador's not starting.
They know what gets clicks. Stuff about Shador. So Vikings get the win and the cover there. A little sweaty.
Are the Browns potentially a backdoor playoff team?
No, 100% no.
No.
They're gonna be very, very scrappy at home.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough out. I think I'll be betting on them as a dog. I think they'll beat some teams you don't think they can beat, but they're 1-4. I mean, your odds of making the playoffs at 1-4, and you're the Browns, and you're starting Dylan Gabriel. That is a path that I see.
I didn't hate what I saw from Dylan Gabriel. I think with Stefanski, they'll be able to be.
Yeah, I just don't see them winning 8 more games with Dylan Gabriel as your starter.
It's probably true.
Carolina Panthers, the close your eyes special, gets home 27-24. Very Miami was up 17-0, and then little Bryce, look at that tack go, just dinking and dunking, made some nice throws. My boy Xavier Legette got a touchdown, so close. If you listen to the prop show, I had a anytime touchdown with Bryce Young at plus 425. He got
right
down
there
at like the half-yard line, and then of course they don't run any sort of QB sneak there. Rico Dowdle, nice breakout game for him. This Dolphins team is soft and just I don't know.
Worst team in the league?
Dolphins?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's definitely worse teams.
Okay.
I mean, Giants. They just lost to the Saints. We'll get to them. They're really bad. Dolphins. I mean, Dolphins hung around with the Bills. They have a win. I think they're better than.
They beat the Jets.
Yeah, they'll be better than the Jets. Jets are definitely the worst team right
That's
now.
right.
We'll get to them. But Panthers don't look great, but they got the win.
Close your eyes special been strong this year. Only the Bengals defeated it.
Speaking of the Jets, they lose 37-22. Cowboys disgustingly got the cover. The error on me. I was kicking myself because I was debating Jets or Bucks for my money line dog. I went with the Jets, and then I moved the Bucks into the lock category. Should have, in hindsight, been Bucks on the money line. Raiders were another team I felt good about, close to locking them up. Should have done that, but obviously, oh yes, Colts, not the Raiders.
Freudian slip.
They were horrible, the Raiders, and that was my take. Dallas,
yeah, just no more Jets. I think we have to take
Jets,
a break, right?
Jets are in full quit mode as well. There was just
start Tyrod at this point. Like
there was a profound lack of tackling. I don't know if it's his fault. I think it's Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn. I mean, think of how many Jets head coaches they've had. A lot of bad head coaches. He's the first Jets head coach to start out 0-5. First team since 1933 to not have a turnover through 5 games. I thought with all that talent on the Jets defense, I thought they'd be a solid defense. They're just not. They're horrible.
That's the biggest kind of scary thing is that they went from a disaster situation going from Robert Saleh last year, losing him, getting worse, and they've gotten worse. So kind of what we have talked about with Aaron Glenn not really have been he doesn't have a bunch of good defensive seasons under his belt. And now he's head coaching a team that he's made the defense way worse. And mostly again, you want to judge a coach. How are they in the spots where you need to be organized and understand the roles and the rules? And the Jets are just not that team.
Well, and it started showing how
and it's like Justin Fields is also like back to my scouting report that caught a lot of flack controversy when I said he was extremely slow on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
I don't think that has improved.
Very slow processor, but he does have athletic talent, and they just have not done anything to make
just run the triple option.
Whatever they're doing offensively is just not working at all. He did cash his over passing yards for me on the prop show and got really close to hitting 300 passing yards.
I did hit Garrett Wilson over receiving.
Yeah, like they got a ton in garbage time. This Cowboys team is still really bad. So there'll be more opportunities to fade him. Speaking of the Raiders, Colts, the Colts get the win and the cover, dominating the Raiders 40-6. Was all over this Colts team. Should have locked it up. Kicking myself. This Raiders team. You want to talk about the worst team in the league? They're certainly in the running.
Pete
Carroll is completely lost as a head coach. I said it a couple of weeks ago. He is lost. Our buddy Uncle Ruben was hanging out. He went to the Raiders game. He goes, I don't know what Pete Carroll's on. He's still got a ton of energy. He's up there chewing that gum, running up and down the sidelines.
The decaf nose beards. I mean, look, I think the more shocking thing to me, one, the team is not organized, but Geno just sucks.
Yeah.
Like he's all the way back.
He's completely hit a wall.
He just like mediocre quarterbacks fall off the cliff faster than really good quarterbacks. And it's like, he's just, what do you do? because there's not a. It's like he's losing these games.
Yeah,
I mean, this game it was a team effort, but
they sucked on all 3 levels.
But and then you watch standing with Decker in the back of the room, and it's just every play is all 3 like receivers running little 6-yard hitches or Jonathan Taylor running the ball. Yeah, Daniel Jones never has to turn his head; he just throws it at the first read.
They're making it very easy for Jonathan Taylor.
Steichen is just all the people that said he was on the hot seat at the beginning of the season. He's come
I was super
strong.
out on the Colts, and admittedly I was wrong. I'm adjusting my rankings and everything.
I don't think
for them.
Their defense isn't. Well, I don't think they're good, but they're playing well.
Yes. So I'm adjusting. I'm not going to live in denial about this Colts team because I think they're pretty good, and I think this Raiders team has a lot going wrong for them.
Yeah,
I mean all 3 levels.
Putting them in the same bucket as the Cardinals.
Denver Broncos get the win as a dog, 21-17, breaking up the Eagles' win streak. Jalen Hurts' record run, almost a full calendar year since he lost the game he finished. It was. I mean, the offense looked good in the first half. For whatever reason, they can't get 2 good halves of the offense going. I feel bad for whoever they play next because I think the offense is really going to find its groove. They haven't been able to get the running game going. Jalen Hurts looked pretty good in the passing game for the most part. They just the offense has been one dimensional. Defense I thought played a pretty good game till the end. They finally cracked because the offense wasn't helping them out. They came so close to generating turnovers, didn't get one. There were a number of calls that I thought were bad. Certainly not the reason they lost, but like Zach Bond, that quote unquote late hit, that was complete bullshit. The intentional grounding that, and I don't even think it got overruled from the eye in the sky. It's just they didn't have the communication, like they need all 3 refs to kind of to have consensus on intentional grounding, and the communication didn't work, and they were just like the guy picked it up. That was a weird phantom call, but yeah, I mean if there was a good loss, maybe this is it, as it's a wake up call for them, because they needed a wake up call. They needed to clean up a bunch of stuff. There was an incredible amount of penalties. Some warranted more than others, but they need to clean that shit up if they're going to be a championship caliber team, which I think they are. And again, I'm going to be I like the opportunity to bounce back. I like that they're playing on a Thursday, get that loss out of the system. So I expect this team to bounce back, and maybe it was a good thing in the long run. But hats off to the Broncos. They certainly played better, especially in the second half. Bo Nix. Yeah, they look good. Bonito, who I did mention as like a point of concern for the Eagles in this game, he played really well. So, yeah, I think this was a tough loss and something they need to build on.
So many things I had written down, and then I was sitting in the office getting ready for the show, and I saw Jalen Hurts come out. The fuck, he's wearing a chef's hat, Sean.
No, that's
what?
no.
I thought it was like it's a chef's hat.
No,
it's poofy all the way around the same. What is that?
Jalen Hurts is like an old school
French painter.
No, he is old school style. This is his look, and yeah,
I've never seen anyone have this look. That's why I'm so startled. But you see people with this look, other than people who are French and paint,
pro athletes. He wears
this. Is a pro. I've never seen this hat before.
All the time.
He wears this before.
Yeah. This is not a new hat for Jalen Hurts. This is.
Oh man.
This is what he looks.
See what AJ Brown's talking about.
So any thoughts, Ryan?
I mean, again,
the Eagles.
No, I mean,
be careful because what bulletin board material against your team next week.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm still very surprised at how bad the offensive line, like Saquon Barkley being inefficient this year, coming off a season where he had a ton of workload and they still gave him a bunch of preseason work. Didn't make a lot of sense. It's not even his fault. He doesn't look bad. He looks great in some of the passing game work. It's the offensive, like the run. It just all of a sudden it just doesn't work. It doesn't make it. And even last year they were reliant on big plays, but it was multiple and constant.
Yeah.
And
No,
so
the offensive line.
shocking. Now next week they have a good matchup going against the Giants' run defense, but shocking to see, and they're still fine in the pass blocking. I think also outside of the fucking deep ball, like I don't understand the Jalen Hurts stuff. I mean, he looks great throwing the ball to Dallas Goedert, and then he has some moments with Devonta Smith, but the only stuff that looks half decent to AJ Brown is deep down the field.
I mean,
so I guess I'm relatively shocked at how bad the Eagles' offense is relative to what they were last year. The defense, I think, was fine.
Yeah, defense played well.
I don't think the defense was the problem.
I think they have 3 games coming up before the bye. Good.
And my take
good way to build up some momentum.
My take on the refs in general is, I mean, first of all, I agree with you on most of the procedural stuff. I also think the linemen downfield we maybe need to look at, or maybe someone needs to explain to me why that rule still needs to exist. But those are ridiculous. The other side of it would be, I don't understand how Cruz in the same game, it's like you almost need to like rotate them around or something. Cause like one guy can change a game completely. And I mean, don't get me started on the Giants Saints game, but like it's clear they're like, some guys are softer. They're softer refs.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw that. And then this guy's going to come over and talk me out of it. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it would be great to get a little bit more consistency.
And with the call about the intentional grounding, probably was intentional grounding. They probably also don't give that to like some quarterbacks. But I don't understand how you can have a conversation, call it intentional grounding, and then say, "Oh no, actually it wasn't." Just like I don't understand how a quarterback throwing it like this can be considered a intentful pass towards a receiver 10 yards away. I think there needs to be, if you're going to continue to call intentional grounding, you need to create a little bit more like explicit rules around, okay, are you throwing a normal forward pass? If not, like the player doesn't just have to be in the area. The ball has to be able to get to him. And then the player in the area stuff, like, let's be a little reasonable. If a guy's running a route towards the sideline and you throw it 5 yards short and 10 yards inside, is that really in the area? I don't like more flags, but that's when you have to call, because it just lets these quarterbacks, as Colby puts it, these lawn chair quarterbacks get away with murder.
You just want a little common sense with stuff like that. Like, hey, was he trying to actually make a throw, or was he getting rid of it to avoid getting sacked? And should have
yeah, like the Drew Brees.
Yeah,
the classic Drew Brees, where you just throw it into the dirt 5 yards away from Alvin Kamara's feet.
So yeah, Eagles loss. Shout out to the Broncos.
Well, I would say the part where about the Broncos that was impressive is that like Bo Nix does have the ability to make the big throw.
Yeah, and Onions call going for two after they got that second touchdown there, and yeah,
you were so pissed. Ruben came over. Ruben walked in.
As a Broncos fan, the mojo changed as soon as he got in.
It was like peak Eagles are dominating. Ruben comes in. And it's just all Broncos.
My gambling antenna went off. I go, oh, this is not going to go well. Yeah. But again, I've been way more pissed about other Eagles losses. Hopefully this is a good wake up call. Gets them to clean up their shit. They got the Vikings Giants before the bye. And I think this is a good opportunity to right the ship.
So you don't think it's the offensive play calling?
Oh, I think the offensive play calling sucks.
Okay. So it is the offensive play calling.
What else would it be?
The offense.
Isn't that the play calling though?
But like, do you think the offensive line and like they're not able to run the ball because the sequencing of plays, or do you think it's I think the biggest thing that needs to be addressed is the offensive play calling. I don't think it's been good. I don't think they generate many easy wins for the team on any level. 2 would be the offensive line. I don't think they're playing as well as they've played in previous years. Some of that's injuries. Some of that I couldn't tell you why they're not playing. Like Cam Jurgens, their center. Now maybe the injury that he sustained last year, he's not totally 100%. Landon Dickerson was playing through a lot of stuff. They don't have Mekhi Becton, so I think in particular the guard center guard combo. The tackles I think are still playing at a pretty good level. They should be running shotgun runs behind Jordan Mailata more. So I think it's a combination between offensive line and play calling would be
overall my take on it. And I thought Jalen Hurts for the most part threw the ball very well. He's done a good job protecting the ball. Like Jalen Hurts doesn't turn the ball over, they're going to win a lot of games. So overall, I'm not super pissed at the at the play of him. I thought the defense played well, but again, the penalties were really the backbreaker. Like that illegal shift. Now, technically, that was the right call. Little ticky tacky in my mind that Barkley didn't reset. I thought he kind of paused for a quarter of a second there. He didn't probably pause for the full second.
That's not the ticky tack part. The ticky tack part is the receiver, like kind of sliding.
Yeah, they always. I mean, yeah.
If I was picking it apart, like Barkley didn't get set, period. But the receiver, like move that counting as movement. Now Decker did call it out in real time. So Decker, who is a big procedural guy.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like that's something's wrong.
If they don't call that, Hurts hits that deep bomb to Devonta Smith. There's a good chance they go on to win the game. But again, you could do the if thing a million times. Eagles were getting by with some close wins. This is probably good for them long term to clean up their shit. So and hopefully, more innovative play calling.
Still can't get over that hat, and he wears that all the time. You say
it's very much his look.
Man, okay.
New Orleans Saints 26, New York Giants 14. Ryan, congratulations! You got Spencer Rattler off the schneid. Who would you throw in a locker of the New York Giants?
Yeah, I mean they win this game if they don't have those 3 straight fumbles, basically.
Yeah,
which.
I mean,
fumbles are relatively random. The Jackson Dart one is silly. That won't ever happen again.
The Jackson Dart.
Cam Scatterbo barely fumbles in college, and then and then it's returned for a touchdown. You have, I mean, even like kind of not to coming to Jackson Dart's defense, but interception 1, his receiver stops running the route. Interception 2 is a 4th down play, just trying to make a play down like 30 yards down the field. So it's not Jackson Dart.
But do you think he played a good game?
Yeah, I just explained that the mistakes, especially the interceptions, were a little bit throwaway in the second half because they were trying to come back. The crippling fumble from Scatterbo was bad, but other than that, I thought Jackson Dart made some good for a second start on the road, first road start. I thought he made some good throws. He made some throws that people said he doesn't make. The seam pass specifically to Theo Johnson. I thought his legs still looked good. Again, the fumble is ridiculous. You don't get that. That's 3 points right there. Scatterbo, another at least. That was the difference in the game. 10-point swing at least right there. So, yeah, it's the defensive. I mean, basically anyone who's an adult and has a headset on.
You're putting them in the locker. Do you want Dable to see the end of the season?
I don't care. I mean, they can fire everyone tomorrow.
Okay.
I think whatever is best for Jackson Dart at this point. Because he looks legit. Everything else, not worried about it. Cam Scatterbo looks good. The roster decisions are like borderline. Like they had an open roster. They didn't bring another receiver. They had an open roster spot. What? Why would you do that? Why not activate Lil Jordan Humphrey? Get another guy on the outside. Jalen Hyatt. Put him in a
little Jordan Humphrey revenge game.
Exactly right. Put Jalen Hyatt in a fucking one of those SpaceX rockets. Send him to space. Was not blocked. He sucks. Cut him. Deontay Banks. Cut him. Dable. I mean, honestly, how do you recover from this loss?
It's pretty tough to lose to a winless team like this. And
all of that being said, if those 2 ridiculous fumbles don't happen. They very well win.
I mean, that's the fact that they do happen. I think.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out that Cam Scatterbo does not fumble a lot. He has a fumble. Jackson Dart scrambling around does not fumble. But if you look at his track record, has this weird fumble. I mean, you can put those mistakes aren't on the coach. Is all I'm saying. You think those are like a player fumbling is on the coach?
I would say overall sloppiness. Yeah, like
but we're not talking about overall sloppiness. The offense looked pretty good in the first.
I think mental mistakes are a coaching issue. I don't think Dable's a good coach.
You can now. You're going back to the thesis of your argument. I'm just saying those 2 plays are. I'm also saying you can put them in a spaceship and shoot them off to space. Those 2 plays aren't on the coach. Jackson Dart trying to make a play and fumbling off his knee, and Cam Scadaboo fumbling for the first time in a long time. Those aren't specifically on the coach.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think they're a poorly coached team overall. And yeah, I think I don't understand. I still don't understand why they brought Dable back, I guess is my big
we had this conversation. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to bring him back and draft a quarterback, which they did. But I'm fine. I'm happy with Dart. He looks again, for a guy making his second start, he made a lot of good throws that people said he can't make. His legs are obviously a problem. I like the way that he always scrambles up through the pocket. And if not for a number of fumbles, which are relatively random, yeah. And also the other takeaway, this is now like game number 3 where it's like, man, Spencer Rattler has the ability to spin the ball. He makes some nice throws.
Yep. Houston Texans 44, Baltimore Ravens 10. Kicking myself. This was another one I was close to locking it up, but it felt too easy. I go, what am I missing? The market's saying this should be a close game, but the Ravens defense is so injured. Of course they were going to go in and just dominate, and that's what they did.
The latest in Giants fan fiction is the Ravens are going to fire Harbaugh, and he'll come to the Giants.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean, if I was
gotta love AI art.
Well, Raven, did they do a jersey Photoshop for
everyone all the time? It's like
even I'd never seen it for coaches,
for trades, for new. Like,
I've seen it for players. I've never.
You haven't seen the coaches. John Gruden wearing the Giants jacket.
No, you have a totally different algorithm. I mean, my takeaway is this Ravens team is just horrific, and they're going to be a close your eyes special coming up. I don't know. They just no pulse on offense, and the defense is just so bad with all these injuries. I don't know what you do. They're just a completely uncompetitive team. I don't see how they're going to make the playoffs. Lamar doesn't strike me as a guy who's going to rush himself back to try and save the ship. This is just another lost season with Lamar Jackson in his prime. Another year where he's not going to win a playoff game.
When do we cash the Steelers division price? I mean.
Well, who knows? The Steelers could fuck up a wet dream.
But who's going to catch them?
I don't know.
The Browns? The Bengals?
The Browns do play the Steelers. I think the opening number is 4, which is comic, which seems too low, which means the Browns are probably going to win outright.
Circa right now, Steelers laying 5, which is the danger zone.
I think it opened at 4
for Tomlin.
It's way too much for Tomlin. Tampa Bay Bucks. How about my Bucks? Pissed I didn't make them a money line dog. 38-35 win. Again, Baker is hard to kill. And this is now the Seahawks are an interesting team because they play pretty good defense, certainly not in this game. Sam Darnold plays pretty well. This was kind of like a higher scoring version of their game against the 49ers where they were kind of in control, should have won the game, and then there's a Sam Darnold mistake late that cost them the game. Week 1 it was that Bosa fumble. This time it was the interception to Levante David.
I mean, honestly, both quarterbacks played well. I mean, both these teams are solid. I do still think Seattle's going to be one of those teams we can't really take on the road, or at least not going to be itching to take on the road. But this was just Baker. I mean, Baker's on one this year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're going to.
I mean, and Ibuka. I'm pissed. I love the spot for Ibuka. I'm pissed I didn't play any of his props. 7 for 163 and a touchdown. He's running away with offensive rookie of the year. He looks awesome. But JSN also had a great game. 8 of 132 and a touchdown. I was on the Walker under rushing yards. He smashed the over. He looked good. This was just a back and forth game. And if the Bucks get healthy, they're gonna be a tough out.
I mean, they're off.
But this also, they've had 4 wins. 3 have been on a field goal in the last second. So how long can they survive winning this?
But also, I mean, when Baker has the ball in a game to go situation, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have Mike Evans. You would have never thought in a million years they lose Mike Evans and they're able to participate in a shootout. Well, and honestly, Seattle's defense has been really good at home this year. Really good in general. Really good at home. Yeah, they're going to get healthier.
Also it's but the Seahawks, there is something weird going on where they're so much worse ATS at home than they are on the road. And going back to Ibuka, that is just a great example. People always say, don't draft for need. Don't draft for need. I don't think the Bucs were planning on drafting a receiver in their draft, even though I did give it out as a long shot prop bet. But Ibuka fell to their lap. They're like, shit, we got to draft this guy. He's awesome.
He was also,
and then of course Mike Evans gets hurt, and now they have an awesome receiver. Jalen McMillan got hurt.
If you remember the process, like he kind of like a couple of years out, he was the guy. And the closer we got to draft day, it was all these reasons why he wasn't the guy. And I mean, in general, it's just if you're a smart franchise and you can take someone you view as an elite wide receiver in the 20 to 32 range, I think you just every time.
Yeah.
But he also is exceeding expectations by a mile. The fact that he's doing this without, like he's doing it as the alpha dog. Now when Mike Evans comes back.
Oh, they look out.
And Bucky Irving. I thought that was going to matter. Didn't matter.
Well, yeah, they were just able to throw on this Seattle team.
The fire Liam Cohen lit last year there is still going very strong.
Detroit Lions 37, Cincinnati Bengals 24. Kramer, this is one of your locks. Lions get the win. The back door was creaking open. Got a little nervous.
The way that the day was going for me, I thought for sure. And all of a sudden, the Bengals just wake up. Jamar Chase. It's like, where does this come from?
Tesla got in the end zone. Should have been that would have been a fun anytime touchdown. David Montgomery goes over his yards, 18-65 and a touchdown. He also threw for a touchdown. We talked about the emotional angle there. Goff 258, 3 TDs. Browning, his numbers look good, but the 3 interceptions were just horrible. And he led the team in the Bengals in rushing for 31. Like a lot of that was garbage time, but he did have a couple nice throws to Jamar Chase. So maybe they have a pulse here.
I think it was like those throws almost like saved him.
Yeah,
because everything was so bad up until that point, and then he just specifically that touchdown in the like back side of the end zone where he rips it, and Jamar Chase makes like the perfect inch of green in between his cleat and the sideline.
Well, they're just even, they have those receivers, but the offensive line is bad. They cannot get anything going run game, and their defense is horrible. So they're gonna maybe hang around as a big dog, but
so they're gonna threaten the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't know. Commanders 27, Chargers 10. Chargers get out to a nice 10-0 lead and then don't score another point in the game. They had a chance late. It was 20-10, and then Herbert had a ball tipped through an interception. Herbert, who I know, the Herbie Hermas, as I call him, the diehard Herbert terrorist. I'm sure none of this will be on their precious Justin Herbert, but not a great game for him. Certainly their offensive line.
I thought he played pretty well considering. Like when we see the advanced numbers again, like it will be another week where it's like, man, the pressure was happening very fast.
Yeah, but you can't throw that interception.
Hampton also, when Hampton went out, that kind of changed things a little bit. And I thought some of the throws he was making were like, damn. I mean, if they can figure out the offensive line, they're going to be a problem.
But maybe. I don't know if they can. We'll see. Well, I guess we'll see how long Joe Alt's out, because
it sounds like maybe a week or two more.
Yeah, Herbert 22-29, 166, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So
his runs were the best part of that game.
Well, he just had one big one, really.
Didn't he have? He had at least no. What did he end up going for?
4 for 60. But he had like that first one he had was like 45 yards.
Okay, he also had like a nice 15-yarder. He had 2 very nice scrambles where he turned on the Jets and Decker started screaming, "It's faster than everyone."
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he played solid.
That was a frustrating game.
I think if you're an MVP, if you want to consider yourself an MVP, if you're going to consider yourself elite, you cannot throw that interception in the end zone.
Well, and you can't let like a receiving core that like top dog is Deebo Samuel beat you like that.
Yeah. Their defense.
That was a bad
and Jaden Daniels, he looked super elusive, which is very frustrating because I was expecting him to be a little more immobile, but with the knee brace, there was a cleat conversation. He got that sorted out, and he was slippery back there.
He was wearing cleats he had never worn before. These guys are crazy. I would never want to wear brand new cleats. That's crazy. Gotta break that shit in. That's why the kickers are doing so well.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson had a fumble that certainly hurt them as well. He had been playing so well coming up to this game.
It was a team loss.
team lost, but Herbert definitely
Offensive line #1.
Herbert close second. Bills lose. Patriots get the win, and obviously as a 8-point dog, 23-20.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Drake May had a good game. This was a very odd game flow wise, especially in the first half with back and forth dueling fumbles. Again, you want to be an elite quarterback, Josh Allen. You can't throw those. His interception was horrible, real backbreaker there, and
he ruined those nice white uniforms.
Yeah, no one's ever going to wear those jerseys after losing to the Patriots outright. This was and I was at first touchdown very annoyed that they had like 5 seconds left. They don't do the QB sneak with May. They do a quick out to Hunter Henry.
How annoying!
And even that, it's like you hold the Pats to a field goal there on the 1 yard line, and you still can't get the win. I think eye test, and did Ed Oliver play?
No,
Matt Milano did though,
yes.
And I just thought eye test. This Bills defense to me lacked a physicality. Like in big spots in big games, I don't know if you can trust this defense, and I think it's going to come back to haunt them in the playoffs. I mean, the offense, you have Josh Allen, they'll be fine. James Cook, they probably didn't use enough. I don't know why they didn't get him going, but the Pats rush defense is pretty good.
I think that's the problem that people have with this offense when it's not working is they forget about the run game.
Yeah. And Stephon Diggs. I mean, I was skeptical, but now it's back-to-back games. Obviously got up for this game, 10 for 146.
And
that
he was
insane.
He was like not being normal Steph Diggs. Like he was running into contact. He was lowering his shoulder. He was juiced up. I wouldn't be surprised. He's going to miss practice on Wednesday. He's going to get a vet rest day.
What, is that the deal?
No, I'm just guessing because he was playing hard. Like,
oh yeah,
he was running through people, which you don't normally see Steph Diggs do. So
yeah, and they really kind of forgot about James Cook. The stuff that was working for him, it was Dalton Kincaid. It's almost like their offense feels like the Cardinals, where like Trey McBride is their number one.
Yeah,
they have some other receivers, but yeah, I mean they need to get the running game going with James Cook. But I still think in big spots, this defense has really let them down so far this season.
Well, and I think also on the other side, the Pats, Christian Gonzalez is a meaningful person, and him being back.
Yeah, him being back. Well, their run defense has been pretty good all season, but having him back certainly helped the pass defense. So nice win for the Patriots.
I think so. I mean, we knew things were going to be bad when Mush and Boston Capper
anytime
laying the points with the Bills.
Patriots fans are going against their own team. They're
he's probably pissed.
All right, we're gonna talk some props here for the Monday night game. Of course, a prop section brought to you by Rhythm. Get your rhythm going. Get in rhythm with Rhythm. Of course, use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the app. Get 25% off. You can start building your own models. It's super fun to play around with these. Rhythm has been crushing it. NFL, college football, little MLB, WNBA playoffs. They really have it all. And I love firing off some of these things that Rhythm likes. Here's one. Patrick Mahomes under 23.5 passing completions. Ryan is a jag off. I'm sure that's music to your ear. Now, again, you can use their models, you can use their picks, or you can build your own. And when you're building your own models, you can track your picks. If you track your picks, you got a chance to win $1,000. That's right, $1,000 each week. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Download the Rhythm app today. Use the promo code SGPN25 for 25% off. Kramer, let's talk a little props. Do an underdog entry. I'll go first. First prop for me. I'm a little skeptical about the Chiefs running game. I think in general the Jags can slow them down. Isaiah Pacheco under 28.5 rushing yards. It's very low, but I don't see him having a big game. I think Patrick Mahomes continues to be their number one rusher, and I think that could be the case again coming up here Monday night. So give me Isaiah Pacheco under 28.5.
All right. I didn't really consider those angles, but of course I did have a hand pay on the NFL slot machine playing as the Jacksonville Jaguars again.
Oh wow.
I I want to say 100% of my hand pays in 2025 are Jacksonville Jaguars, which I write the team on the back. So
Oh,
the
nice.
accountant's going to be stoked to find all those Jags receipts. My first one,
Yes.
kicking prop. Now, I was looking around for Harrison Buckner, and I noticed that his field goal prop was very much juiced. Over 1.5 was like -165. He's gone over that in every game. The Jags have been quite good on defense, surprisingly good on defense, but specifically they've been great in the red zone. 4th overall. And that's EPA. Chiefs, meanwhile, that's been the problem. They've not been good once they get into the red zone. In fact, Sean, they're a bottom 10 red zone offense according to EPA. So we're going to take Harrison Bucker over 7.5 points, -120.
Oh, little.
That concludes the kicking portion of the show. Well, we used to throw the kicking props out there, and people got mad at it. Then CJ became the kicking guy.
Fairbairn, I think he hit 3.
Oh yeah, well he's so we pivoted a little bit to get a better price going points. I do think there will be some drives in this game.
Ryan, it is Monday night, and you got
Showtime, Mahomes.
And what does that mean? We're over rushing yards. It's a smash play. Anytime, big spot, prime time.
What's
must
the number
win.
you got?
Smash. 22.5. That's the number I'm pulling off Underdog. So give me the over 22.5 rushing yards. He's gone over this in all the games. Basically, the games that have been competitive, he's gone over. It did not go. He went under. He only had 5 rushing yards against the Ravens. That was a blowout. He only had 2 rushing yards against the Giants. That didn't really need to use his legs there. But against the Eagles, he had 66. Against the Chargers, he had 57. I think it's going to be a little. He feels like he needs to run, and we'll see how injured Xavier Worthy is. He was seemingly back to 100%. And then it seemed like his ankle swole up due to the flight.
Like your grandmother or something.
Like
getting off the flight and he was a little swollen,
joints.
so we made him questionable. I feel like what I read was, what was the injury he had? Shoulder.
Yeah.
As someone who has had whatever he had and much worse, by the way, played through it, not soft.
Oh, dog, Ryan.
Dog.
There is nothing worse than when you're already inflamed a little bit, you get on a longer flight. So I would imagine he'd be fine, but if it is related to the shoulder, it shouldn't be a big deal. But if it's something else,
they say it's just the ankle. So I'm guessing
that worries me though. Maybe there's an injury in there he wasn't aware of. And
my take is like he plays, but he won't be quite as effective, or maybe not as many snaps. So I would say whatever your Xavier Worthy projections are, maybe knock it down to like 80% of that. I don't know. It's a tough thing to. I'm staying away from it in the prop market.
You're gonna want to take your Patrick Mahomes rushing money over to my bookie where it's 21.5 -130.
All right, I'm gonna update it to 21.5.
I'm also. Are there bright lights? Yes.
Yes.
Now we look back. He hasn't gotten over this also in the last 2 games. So the numbers come down.
Yeah.
Why has he not gotten over this in the past couple of games? Well, for one, the Giants were playing him as if he was Lamar Jackson, and 2, I think in the Ravens game he just didn't need to. Although it was a bright lights game, they were whooping that ass early.
Yeah,
and he didn't need to press. My simulations have him needing to press a little bit in this game against that.
I
defense.
think, I'm on the Chiefs, but I think it will be certainly more competitive than some of those past couple games. My third prop before we get to first TDs and a DGen only play, Tyquan Thornton over 14.5 receiving yards. Last game was the only one he didn't get over. I think obviously Xavier Worthy was back. They were doing everything they can to kind of showcase him, get him going in the offense. But I think he had legit chemistry with Mahomes. I think he has a chance to get a deep ball, or last game was the only game that didn't go over. He had 1 catch. It was still for 11 yards. And that was like in a game where clearly Xavier Worthy was going to be the focus of the offense. Xavier Worthy's not 100%. Even if he is, I still like Tyquan Thornton in this game. I think 14.5 is way too low. I think he could easily get that in 1 catch. I think he probably gets there in 2. So, and he certainly has the ability for a nice long play as well. So Tyquan Thornton over 14.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, he's certainly. If you think that Xavier Worthy is going to be impacted,
yeah,
he's the guy to play. He's like literally the guy who lost the snaps.
But even if he's 100%, I still think.
Oh no, I think he's when Patrick Mahomes is throwing you the ball in the end zone, he trusts that he must be a good route runner, would be my guess, and he trusts that he's going to be in the right spot. No, I like that. Would be that's like that feels like a ladder too, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, even with Xavier Worthy taking 60% of the snaps last game, he still got out there for 34% of the snaps. So I think, I would not be surprised he's out there a decent amount.
All right. Travis, I think I teased this on multiple shows this week, but Travis Etienne over 64.5 rushing yards.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we were talking about the strength of this Jacksonville offense, and it's been what? It's been the running second in DVOA rush offense. So they've been good. Etienne's been good. It's like another year where we thought it might be someone else, but it's mostly going to be Etienne. Although they do play Tugboat and even a third guy. Etienne over 64.5. I really, not to jinx this, but I have been very locked in on the rushing yards props this year, both overs and unders. And so we're going Etienne over 64.5 rushing yards. And if you are scared to do that, his anytime is plus 125, which feels kind of crazy. He should be minus odds.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
and if you want a negative on the Chiefs, they're 24th in rush defense DVOA. They're 21st in adjusted line yards on defense. You can move them. I think the Jags will be able to move them. I think people incorrectly think the Chiefs have a great run defense. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I would go on the under, but
for Etienne,
yeah. But Etienne certainly, I mean, I get the case for it. I don't.
I'll book that.
Well, you still owe me for I booked that for Hurts's passing yards. You were saying you were making fun of him.
That's true.
It's so low. I'll book that. And I said, sure.
Yeah, that's
all
true.
right.
We've done a lot of those. Though.
Double or nothing on your book that.
Okay.
I'll double my Kramer bucks over there. Do you want to do the underdog entry now, Ryan? Why don't we do it? Why don't we do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. And we still got a little boost-tober, of course, if you're playing along. Underdog promo code SGPN.
Let's try to win this one.
Yes. I did my own where I was using some bonus boost-tober, and all I did was basically a pared down version of my DGen only parlay. I did Fields and nah, man, I'm drinking a lot all day. Fields and Stroud higher passing yards. So that
nailed it. Nice.
Well, and they were both close to getting over 300.
Never in doubt.
Well, Fields got to 283.
You needed all of that fucking blowout.
Yeah, but then
and they were still so bad. He was still so bad.
He was bad.
So bad at throwing the forward pass.
All right, Ryan, for me, for the Chiefs, let's go Mahomes higher rush yards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's easy. What about the Jags guy? What are we doing?
Well, I mean, it sounds like you don't like Etienne. What do you like on the Jags?
I do like Parker Washington. I mean, we could play him to get two catches.
De'Ami Brown is back.
Okay, so you're saying stay away from Parker Washington?
I think he's if you look at the snap counts, like De'Ami Brown not being there led to him getting more. From a matchup perspective, I would say I've been sniffing around Travis Hunter props. I think the Chiefs are susceptible to some slot action. You want to
the slot? How's the slot?
I mean, his yards are comically low at 27.5.
Yeah, I mean that might be the way to go then.
Is he? All right.
That's pretty low. Like how many? He's gotten 5 targets in every game.
He's bound to have a good game.
But if he gets 5 targets, you think he's going over this, right?
He should. Yeah.
3 catches, 33 yards.
All right. So Travis Hunter higher 27.5 receiving yards. Patrick Mahomes higher 22.5 rush yards. $100.
Are you boosting?
$100 entry returns you 367. But I don't know if you can get up to 100 with the boost.
No, you're right. Only 50.
Okay. and
What if-
Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. And of course, reminder, get in over there for your play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. UnderdogFantasy.com or just download the Underdog app. Promo code SGPN. All right, Ryan, time for the first TD market. For me, this was pretty straightforward. But you're saying, well, all right, I'll give you 3, and then you can help me with the second jag. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, 18 to 1.
Yep.
Taekwon,
Well,
what did you get it at?
18 to 1.
Okay, Taekwon Thornton,
Not on that.
20 to 1. And then for my Jags, Hunter Long, a guy who caught a touchdown pass last week, is 100 to 1.
This is a mistake. This has to be a mistake. This isn't a guy who plays a couple snaps. This is a guy, Hunter Long. Let's see. Last week, 32% of the snaps. Before that, 20%. He's slightly behind Johnny Munt. He was out, like you said. He received a red zone opportunity each time the last 2 weeks. I don't think he should be 100 to 1, and it's almost like
he's 25 to 1 anytime.
Unless they're I don't understand.
Yeah,
I have to play it because I don't understand.
It's crazy. Because I was like scrolling, and
it's like he shouldn't be down here. It's the same reaction I had to Bam Knight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Do we have to play the anytime?
Yes,
25 to 1
I'm
anytime?
also adding his. I'm gonna play both. I'm gonna play his first and his anytime. I'll just add this as a bonus
now,
play in the first.
I will say, the Chiefs have been pretty good against the tight end, but I don't
At
care.
25 to 1, it's crazy. So I did have Parker Washington or Malik Washington as one of my Jags. Do you you don't think that's worth playing for first touchdown?
Parker Washington.
Yeah, Parker Washington.
I mean, again, so what is the impact of De'Ami Brown? I mean, no, I don't have a problem with you playing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was more of just a.
Then I'll leave him in because I.
What's the number again?
25 to 1.
Yeah. I have no problem. I mean, I think it's a difficult. It was a difficult game for me to kind of come to a conclusion on.
I mean, the besides the Hunter Long one and Mahomes, those are the 2 strongest for me. Kramer, what are you doing in your first TD market? Let's see those TDs.
So with you on Mahomes, with you on Hunter Long, the price is ridiculous. I was really close to. I saw Travis Etienne was 8 to 1. I was very close to. He's right on the threshold, but I instead paired Hunter Long with Tugboat Tootin at 20 to 1.
Dude,
I just think they're going to be able to move. Their running game is going to look good in this game. And how often have we seen the Chiefs when they lose? It's like a team that can just kind of control it on the ground. Trevor, hopefully no critical mistakes. I just hit a jackpot on the hand pay on the machine. Let's be nice. And then another one that I think this isn't as big of a mistake, but the Kansas City Chiefs, Sean, play 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
The third one is Robert Tonyan.
Love him.
He's 100 to 1 also.
Has he been? He hasn't gotten a target yet, has he?
He has gotten a target. He has not gotten a red zone opportunity. But I mean, I was very close to playing Noah Gray at like 24 to 1, and so I'm
He's
just
kind
gonna
of falling off the map. What was that? What's going on with that? Because it seemed like last year when Kelsey was struggling, Noah Gray was doing well, but like this year he's not.
He's had one game where he had like 5 catches, 6 targets, and then he's had 3 1-catch games. I don't know. I mean, you could argue that their offense hasn't exactly looked dialed in.
Well, and Ryan, so we're not going to play Kelsey, even though they just put out a song about his dong. Did you hear?
I saw some clips. It took me a second to figure out what they were talking about, but they were breaking it down, and it basically, it sounds like. So it was
Taylor Swift wrote a song about his dong.
Is that confirmed from the Swifties?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Do they like it or not like it?
Oh, I think they like it. I mean,
because it's about his dong, or because she's singing it.
Dong. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess
it doesn't seem like it's something a Swiftie would like. A song about a dick.
Yeah, if
I haven't caught the album yet.
If Fish put out a song about Travis Kelce's dick, I don't think it would be as popular. You're right. I think you're locked in onto why they enjoy it. It's because Taylor Swift is singing it.
Kelsey just comes on stage and does that, swings his dick around at fish shows.
That would be funny if all of a sudden he's started dating someone from Fish.
Related but unrelated. You saw Gronk got ejected from the Arizona.
Yeah, he's wearing like a crazy mustache. This guy's fun. The best part is from working with Gronk and seeing him read a teleprompter. Watch the Gronk where he goes, he's doing that commercial where he's officiating a wedding. Do you take this man and her USAA auto insurance? You can hear it in his voice from someone who worked with him. He is trying so hard not to mess up USAA. Don't watch it. Now you won't be able to see. You won't be able to unsee it. But I'm telling you, he's using all his brain power to pronounce USAA.
How many takes do you think they had to?
A lot. If they were trying to get it right, a lot. USAA. Again, famously was trying to get him to read chores off a teleprompter. He kept calling it Jors, like with a J. Jors. And then he also didn't know what Jors were. You know, they were trying to explain to chores, Gronk, like cleaning your room and like doing the dishes. Because I never did those. I was too busy scoring touchdowns. It's actually what he said. That's actually a really great line. Person. No, he leans into the Gronk thing. That's what makes him awesome. My DGen only parlay.
You know I'm a degenerate.
Instead of 2 TDs, I'm going to do 2 TDs, one from each guy. Hunter Long, Tyquan Thornton, each to get a touchdown. 122-3-7. So 122 to 1.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Kramer.
All right. So yeah, I consider doing something very similar with one of those long shot guys, and I ended up just not doing it because I'm very convinced that Travis Etienne's going to have a monster game. So Travis Etienne, and the last time I did this, it was very glorious. This was back when the markets were a little bit better, but Travis Etienne, 3 touchdowns, 70 to 1. Let's go. Aaron Jones, shout out to you. I can still visually see where I was standing.
That was pretty awesome.
On the sideline of my daughter's soccer practice when my phone starts vibrating. And then if you remember, he ends up scoring a 4th touchdown in the game.
And then we were kicking ourselves for not having 4 touchdowns.
I don't think they were. I mean, did they?
I don't think so.
All right. So yeah, we're just going ham with Travis. I thought about tying it with the 100 yards and no, it's just fire.
Good times as always. Everyone smash that subscribe button. Appreciate the chat staying up late, hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow night after Monday Night Football. Already previewing Thursday Night Football. Eagles at Giants. Picks, props, first TDs. It's gonna be fun.
Jackson Dart over rush attempts revenge game.
So he would have got 8, but he didn't realize you have to run with the football.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the worst part about that fumble play.
That's the worst part. Good times as always. Toss us in. Always enjoy hearing your Spotify comments, questions over there. Responding to all of those. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone telling a friend. SGPN is free, so get your buddies hooked on. It helps us grow by you guys spreading the word. And shout out to everyone. I think his name was Eric. We meet a lot of people in Vegas after the VSiN show. 7 to 10 o'clock Friday night local Vegas time. So we're always down to say hi, take photos, hang out, have a couple drinks, whatever.
I would appreciate some of these people who are acquiring the firm handshake to maybe post some testimonials about how firm it was.
Yes.
Feel like I got a couple, like last couple people were kind of like, I was surprised by how firm that handshake
yes,
was.
please rate.
You think I'm fucking around over here?
Rate Ryan's handshake.
That's all I got.
Good times, and we'll see you tomorrow night. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean Second, the Money Green. He's Ryan.
That and the craps table. I have the craps table.
Kramer, let it run.
I'm wet.
Wah, 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 wah.